Hey, everyone. How's everyone doing out there? Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Oh, so good to see everybody. I do apologize for having to push the stream back. As everyone knows, it was a rough Valentine's Day. It really, really was. For those who may be joining us and maybe may not know, yesterday, unfortunately, my dog Jingles, unfortunately, took a turn for the worse. His health had rapidly declined in just a few days, and so unfortunately, we had to make the very difficult decision to put him down. And it never. I've had dogs since I was single digits, and it never gets easier because each one of them, is a member of the family, and these two, Jingles and Shotzi, are like children to us. But of course, he lived to a solid age. He was getting up there, and when we took him in, and the vet was just absolutely amazing. Dr. Manley was just phenomenal, and we talked about it at great length, and essentially everything that we could have done for him would have just been stopgap measures, just prolonging the inevitable. And we decided that would just be selfish, just selfish to continue to try and just keep him long and just be a roller coaster that he would get better, then he would get worse, and get better, and he would get worse. When we brought him in, um, he had stopped eating, so he hadn't eaten that day. He just had no interest in food. He was anemic. His kidneys were in just bad shape. We did everything that we could. We prolonged it as best we could, and it wasn't the not neutering that ultimately was the problem. It was his kidneys. His kidneys just, and this unfortunately is a thing that happens with German Shepherds on occasion, just as a matter of their breeding. But like it wasn't hip dysplasia, it wasn't any of the usual stuff you have. He was a happy dog. After the surgery, when he was completely flushed out, they flushed him full of fluids. He actually bounced back really, really hardcore. He was doing great. And I didn't want to see that roller coaster up and down and up and down and constantly going to the vet back and forth. It's just not fair to him. So he was 9 years old. No, almost 10. He was almost 10. And he had an amazing life. He enriched our lives. He made us better, not just for him, but also for each other, both my wife and I. And he taught me a lot about myself, and was just an amazing dog. So he was fantastic. Biggest troublemaker on the planet, but he was fantastic, smart as a whip, and he knew what was up. So yeah, we're gonna miss him terribly, but that's the trade-off they get. For as much as they give, we don't get to keep him forever, unfortunately. So that not his fault. It's just the way it susses out. So but needless to say, it was painful. It was kind of like we had to rush him up there yesterday, and we had to get him in, and that was just the worst Valentine's Day ever, if you can possibly imagine. But yeah, it's one of those things that unfortunately has to be done. On occasion, we are their stewards. We have to take care of them. They don't understand, but we do. So we have that responsibility as owners to have to make those hard decisions on occasion. Man, I tell you, I actually wasn't 100% sure if I was going to be able to go live today, because I was afraid it was like my eyes were like so swollen when I woke up this morning. But I look forward to speaking with y'all, and I have the schedule, and I wanted to do it. And of course, what was it? It's a matter of Jingles never quit on us a day. No, not a day in his life, and I wouldn't want to quit on, and I wouldn't want to quit on anybody else. To have that kind of just because he was a dog. That's what they do. They love unconditionally, and the work doesn't stop. And as much as we do, and this was a big thing. This is a big thing. So a lot of people, first and foremost, every single one of you, the messages of support and love and condolences that we got via social media, because everybody was following along as we were giving updates as to Jingles' progress. The love and support that y'all shared just was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. It was just astounding how much it means to both Angela, to myself, and it really, really helped us get through that day. Just the outpouring of love and support. And while many people were stressing as you take time to grieve like this, I knew that this day would come, and I wanted to ensure that I felt it, because so often, so many times, we want to push it down. We want to try and control it, to really wrestle them, because it can be so unbearably painful, and it's so devastating, and it can leave you in a state. And I remember doing that when my father passed. I can remember just the kind of mentality that my father kind of left me with was just, like you compartmentalize it, you stick it over here, you just don't really deal with it. And that was like, unfortunately, that was like the worst. And it just came out in the worst moments, and I didn't deal with it. It took me like a year to grieve. It was absolutely terrible. So I promised myself that I would openly feel this, that I would embrace it, and that, what was it, from the, as trite as it may sound, as cliche as it may sound, from the movie Gladiator, death smiles at us all a man can do is smile back. And to embrace it and not forget everything that Jingles gave to us, just by virtue of us bringing him into our home, just by virtue of just, pulling him off the street and giving him everything that we could, all the times I had to clean up the guts from every, stuffed animal that we bought him. But man, he gave us so much. And when you embrace it, and as painful as it is, and you allow yourself to feel these things, you are able, and of course your support systems, because all of you, each and every single one of you, my wife, all of us together, in this community of humanity, the outpouring was incredible. And so I was able to look at it from a different perspective and appreciate the time that I had with Jingles a lot more. So I was really I was kind of floored by that. And life continues on, and I ensure that Shotzi is still with us. Shotzi is happy, she is healthy, she's doing fantastically, and she will, and we will, everything that Jingles taught us, we will continue to bestow upon her. And when and if there is we bring another dog into our home, we rescue another dog and bring the dog into our home, then that dog will have everything that Jingles taught us and Shotzi taught us poured onto that dog. So that's the cycle. We love him so much, and we can't live without him. So, but first and foremost, thank you all so much for all the outpouring of support throughout social media. I appreciate y'all. It was incredible. And I know that Jingles, obviously he knew that he was loved by everyone that met him. He was such an amazing animal. So, but yeah, thank you all so much. My heart goes, I lack words, I lack words. So so let's take a moment before we jump into what I was going to do yesterday. So, because this is something that is very, very important to me, and we're gonna find out. Plus, I also need to test to see if this whole making a call so that you guys can hear it is going to work. So we're gonna figure that out. But first and foremost, let's see who's in the live chat. Let's see what's going on. I got a super chat. I'm going to get around to it. I appreciate that. I'm going to jump through here. Let's see. We got Nimrod. Okay, so apologies to everybody who was in here yesterday. Y'all popped in and said hi, and then I had to reschedule. So Nimrod, good to see you. I hope you're here. Sketch Crasher as well. Thank you so much for being here. Ugly German Truths. Yes, I will do my best to take on the Senate Special Powers today. Thank you so much, Ugly German Truths. And I see Surf is in the house, a member of the Godless Army. Thank you so much, Surf. I appreciate it. Sorry about that. I hope this pushed it back. I pushed it to 3:00 so that I realized in my, in my distraction, I put it at 2 and I should have put it at 3. So I just bumped it one day. So I apologize for that. Bob Nadell's gyroscope. Yep. I apologize for that. I didn't mean to tease everybody. Bellywood. I see Bellywood in there. Bellywood's like, you big tease. Also a member of the Godless Army. Thank you so much, Bellywood. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Wrote in no last name. Gabby to you. Thank you so much for being here, bud. I do appreciate it. What was it? Ugly German Truth says the line in front of the only payphone in Oklahoma is probably longer than jail thought. That's probably true. Oh, wrote it. It is also windy as hell up here. It really, really is. Donnie Does That's in the house. Good to see you, Donnie. Thank you so much for being here. Just call me Avi as well. Says, poof, I appear, and I'm glad that you were here. I'm a poet. I didn't know it. Thank you so much. Captain Welshie's in the house. Good to see you, Captain Welshie. Hello to you. See, Nimrod. Yep, that's very true. That's very true. So, Leprechauns. I love that opening music. I really do. Bellywood. Yeah, thank you so much. OG Goblin says, I'm driving, but I'm listening. Good to see you, OG Goblin. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Mark Beiser's in the house, member of the Godless Army. Thank you so much. Mark Beiser says, derp to you. Appreciate you being here. Oh, thank you very much. That font that I use for the vast majority of it is called Skull and Void, and you can download it for free off the internet. Called Skull and Void. So I really, really dig that stuff. I have like a bunch of things that I use, but I really, really like that Skull and Void font. It works well for Week in Horror, and it works well over here. So, because it's just, I guess, eye-catching. So, yep. And UK Pie is in the house. Good to see you, UK Pie. Hello to you. He was such a happy dog. He was a super, super happy dog. I can do this. 1 second. I actually put together because we were dealing with the possibility for a while, and I actually made this in the possibility that that we would have to deal with that, and I wanted something to remember him by. And have something that I could look at, kind of like a little collage of some of the best photos. I mean, we have lots of stuff, but he was a really wiggly dog, and he was a big mover. So a lot of stuff comes out blurry. It was really, unless he was like focused and he was job focused at the moment, it was really hard to get him to sit still. Otherwise, he was just a big derp. He loved his big giant babies. He got big giant stuffed animals. And he loved those, loved ripping him to shit. He loved being tucked in. And of course, he, as you can see from these, apparently he smoked a lot of weed too, because he was, it's just the way he was. But he was a straight up derp. He could be on occasion. So he was a fantastic dog. So we'll remember him. We're getting his cremains soon. And it was a lovely box. It was just this amazing box that, this incredible box that they're going to put it in and got it all taken care of. So, but yeah, he'll be with us forever. So he was a super happy dog. Thank you, Alpha K91. I appreciate that very, very much. Another member of the Godless Army. I also appreciate your support. Matthew Glossinger, thank you so much. Good afternoon. Nice to catch you live. Thank you very much. Hearing about Jingles, I appreciate that, Matthew. Thank you so much, Geology Girl. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah. Thank you, Mexican Bob. Good to see y'all. I appreciate you being here. Oh, thank you. Just call me. Thank you, Avi. I appreciate that. Hey, Adam, another member of the Godless Army. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of love there. Thank you so much. Ugly German Chew says, what about adopting a giant Galapagos land turtle? That's true. 200 plus years. Yeah, the thing will be here long after I'm gone. So, yeah, that's very true. Alpha K91. Goosebump 801 is in the house. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Plot Hole. Yes, they do make us better people. Thank you so much, Plot Hole. Also a member of the Godless Army. Appreciate that. But, yeah, they do make us better people. Has had a dog since he was single digits, but enough about the 1800s. Sometimes, yes, thank you, wrote it. I appreciate that. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, let me see here. Charlie Welch is in the house. He is lurking. Another member of the Godless Army. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Atheist Mando. Yes, unfortunately, yeah, that we had to make that decision yesterday. So, but I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for all the support. I really, really do. Ugly German Juice says, Belly, it only gets madder when you actually think about what that means. 201 years ago, Napoleon down in St. Helena. Same year, South America rebelling in Spain. Wow. That's intense. Oh, thank you so much, Alpha K91. $4.99 Freedom Dollars says Jingles was a good boy and you're a great dog. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We trying to make him as happy as possible, because we found him off the street and they were not in good shape when we found them. They were full of worms and just no identifications. He was about a year old. Shotzi was about 4 months maybe. She still had her baby teeth, and so we took him in, and they were just, we got him healthy, we got him happy, and man, that was 2014, 2013, August. It was August. I remember that because it was hotter than hell, and just found him running on the street. I just happened to be in the vicinity and just came across him. It was like, hey, these dogs. And so there they were. So, yeah, and then the rest was history. So, Alpha Canadian 1, thank you so much for that support. I appreciate that. Second best, Bob. Hey, I'm sorry, I just got here. Is something bad happened? We were just talking about, unfortunately, Jingles. So, but he was a happy dog. And he has no more pain. He's not suffering anymore. No roller coaster health back and forth. So, it's one of those tough decisions you have to make. Ugly Joe, PhD, wrote it, no, his name says PhD Tony is so old, he's still classified as a pine tree kind. That's funny. H. Jasper is in the house. Good to thank you. Good to see you, H. Jasper, for also a member of Godless Army. Good evening to you, or good afternoon, really. It's a little after 3 o'clock here. Yeah, I get that totally. Mystique, Tina Jones is, not live now. I got to pop out back 10 minutes. Well, we'll see you when you get back. Yeah, thank you for the love for Jingles. Appreciate that. Maximal's in the house. Good to see you, Maximal. And Facty's in the house. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, second best Bob for 10 pounds is, I'm sure I've told you before, but I lost my German Shepherd 2 years ago, and exactly how you feel, mate. Absolutely. It is rough. It is so rough. That's the wild, because it never gets easier. It never does, because each one is different. Each one has their personality. Each one has their quirks. Essentially when they mature, they're like 3-year-olds for life. But there's some things that they do. There's some insights, some connections they make that just astound you. How they put things together, and you just get like that. But every dog has their quirks. Every dog's got their personality, and when you connect on that, that's what's amazing. Finding those things out as they grow and mature. So thank you, Second Best Bob. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Gosh of Heckfire. Good to see you. We do appreciate that. Thank you for being here as well. 3-legged rabbits. Oh, he would love that. He would love that. Them were squirrels. Squirrels was the thing. Those evil squirrels that were always, scheming and up to things. He absolutely loved that. He took out many offense going after them. I will say that. Oh, Goosebump 801. Hi from Minnesota. News everything, loving the vibe. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's Minnesota, correct? If I'm correct. Yeah, Minnesota. Ugly Dreams just be very, very quiet. We're hunting GOP senators. Yeah. Well, let's see. We'll see what happens when we call them. God equals the square root of -1. Hey, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, I see. Oh, it's okay, Adam. HS Bree says, who are you going to call? So we are going to call a number of individuals with the House of Representatives. So it is Representative Stiegel, Stearman, Crosswhite Hayden, actually, Waldron and West, and then, of course, Senator Burns. Those are the individuals we're going to be calling today. I have their numbers here. I'm going to test out here to make sure that you guys can hear the phone when I'm talking on speaker and see what kind of responses we get from them. We'll be doing that. KCA Randy's in the house. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Boomer's in the house. Another member of the Godless Army says, call Lori Lightfoot and ask why she hasn't done anything about Chirac. Possibly in another stream. Let me see here. Boomer says, that's bad news. I had to do the same with my dog a couple years back. Yeah, it sucks. But see, that's what's incredible is the amount of love for dogs that is prevalent here. We've all been through this as a community. We can relate. Each instance is different because the dog is different. The personality is different. The who they were was different. But we all know and we embrace the responsibilities of being dog parents for that this is our responsibility and this is what things we have to do. We recognize that what they give us outweighs the choices we have to make down the line. As long as they know that they were loved and we give they have the best life that we could do, and they have the best life that they could possibly have, and that we know that we can take what they taught us and bring it to the next one. Because rescuing a dog won't change the world. For that one dog, the world has changed forever. So thank you so much, Facty. I appreciate that. 36th District Court is in the house. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. 36th. Thank you so much for being here. Gavlar, the Hand is Odds in the house, another member of the Godless Army. Thank you so much. Says, so sorry about Jingles. Love to you all. Thank you so much, Gavlar. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let me see. Colorado Bikers in the house. I have a horrible attention span. It's so bad that I squirreled. It's very true. But thank you so much for being here, Colorado Biker, and Logical Hillbillies in the house. Good to see you. Thank you so much for all those awesome emojis. Remember, we're so close to unlocking the Greg Locke emoji. I cannot wait to unlock that for y'all. So close. I think it's like 6 away. But yeah, once we unlock that, I think you guys are gonna love it. It may get me in trouble. I don't know. I think that's why I really don't care. I don't care if it gets me in trouble because it's hilarious and I want to give it to y'all. So, but Logical Hillbilly, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all the emojis. Let me see here. Reddick is in the house saying hello. Oh, thank you so much. And it's awesome you have 3 dogs. It's very cool. Each one is their own. Yep. They all bring joy in their own way. That's absolutely true. Thank you so much, Reddick. Appreciate you being here. Correct answer to who you're going to call is always Ghostbusters. This is true. You have to forgive me. I might be a slightly off my movie game, for maybe the next couple of days. I don't know. We still have the next episode of Week in Horror going on tomorrow, so we're going to deal with that. All right, and I think we caught up with everybody. Ugly German True says a Greg Lock emoji. Will it burn? I hope it does. I hope it does. I hope it burns him if he sees it, but I think it will be hilarious. Oh, Alf can anyone? That's a tough year. But yeah, that's rough. Oh man, thank you so much, Colorado Biker. I do appreciate it. Mark Beiser says my mother was a veterinarian. We raised wire fox terriers for show. So about yeah, it still hurts every time. It does, but I look forward to the future brings, to giving what he taught me to the next one that we happen to bring in home. I mean, let's face facts. I'm a dog person. My wife is a dog person. We love dogs. Her family loves dogs. We're outdoors people. Horses. We have all kinds of stuff. All this land to run around. Absolutely. Seeing a dog run about like that just brings me joy. So I'm not going to hold it. If one comes along and we get the opportunity, then it may just be a yes. I don't know when that might be because sometimes they just kind of fall in your lap. But yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. So given that dog, given the next one, everything the Jingles taught me. So absolutely. All right. So Maxwell says I was speed cubing today, solving the Rubik's Cube on time. I averaged 11.2 seconds right now, and today I got my personal best at 5.51. Nice. Very well done. Very well done. That's Skid Scratcher. Dogs. Cats for the win. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm not a cat person. It's just because it's just a personality thing. I just cats. Just never been a fan of them. I don't hate them. They're just not a fan. I've just always been a bigger dog fan. I can always connect with the dog a lot better. And we do live happier, longer lives. We do. Absolutely. All right. So before we dive in, and I don't want it to get too late because I don't want these people to get away. Let's see here. Oh, what is this person doing? They want me to try and falsify the Quran. It's ridiculous. I'm telling you, it never ends. The work is piling up. And I've got videos that I've got to finish. Oh, so that's the whole big thing. I've got to get back on it because then I'm just going to be more stressed out. It's just going to compile, and it's going to get worse and worse. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try and see if this works, because let me see here. I want to see if y'all can hear this. I don't know if you can. Why is he not answering? He knows I'm calling because he's in the chat. So I'm calling Johnny, by the way. Calling Johnny to test this out. Yeah, it is very quiet. Let me see here. Oh, come on. Well, let me see here right quick. Know what I need to do? I just need to do this. No, we're going to call. You know what? This will just be easier. Hey. Oh, that's Shotzi barking in the background. So I'm testing it. I'm testing to see if people how well people can hear this over the live chat.
Oh, okay.
You give say hi to everyone in the live chat.
Hi, everyone.
Was that's Angela I'm calling. Is everybody able to hear that? I'm waiting for a response to see if everybody can hear it. Hear that okay. See if that's coming out clear. Are you cooking right now?
Yes, I am. I'm cooking.
Cool. Okay, sounds like it's coming through loud and clear. It's a little bit tinny, but I think that works. Fantastic. Everybody. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, sweetie. Appreciate it.
All right, no problem. Love you.
Love you. I call my wife from my room. She's in the kitchen right now. So, okay, that works. That worked out fantastically. So y'all could hear that just right. Okay, so let me get that set. That looks good. Okay, so cooking drops phone into sauce. Actually, I don't know what she's cooking, to be honest. I am not really 100% sure. Sounds like it was coming through just fine. Fantastic. Angela, who's in the closet? Okay, so I think we're in good shape. Okay, to be honest, I got to tell you, I'm a little bit nervous. I've never had an issue come up like this where I've wanted to do this, but I wanted to do it with y'all. Heard it okay, but very high pitched and tinny. Yeah, it might have been her. It might have been the way her voice was coming in. So let's find out. Okay, so I actually prepared something so I can talk to these individuals. So the first person we're going to call is Representative Stiegel. And just to get Oklahoma. So this is Representative Jay Stiegel. Jay Stiegel was elected, who served in the Oklahoma House of Representatives from the 43rd District since 2018. He's 45 years old. And I think born and raised in Oklahoma. I think always been here. But Representative Jay Stiegel is who we're going to call first. So let me see if I can do this. And so that's Jay Stiegel. And looks like he's former Air Force. Okay. Former Air Force. That's good to know. I was talking to a military man. So I am just going down. I am going down the list that Forrest Valkai gave. It's like the list of the individuals. So I'm just going straight down that list. Because I figured got to talk to all of them. So I figured just start with that list. It's the best way I could think of doing it. So let me see here real quick. Let's do that. So this is Jay Stiegel. Okay, and
Your call has been answered by a via IP office. Jay Stiegel is not available. To leave a message, wait for the tone. When finished recording, press pound for more options. Record at the tone.
Hi, Representative Stiegel. My name is J.L. Warren. I'm a constituent calling from Bartlesville. I was calling with a concern about House Bill 2973 and the potential lasting harm that could be done from protecting such conversion programs in the state of Oklahoma. I'd very much like to speak to you about this if you have the time. So I will try to call you back another time. I hope you're having a great day. Take care. All right, so that's one down. And we got a message. Hey, Turtle Moves, good to see you. Is that his dog? Ask him. Oh, he does have a dog in there. What kind of dog does he have? Oh, look at that sweet boy. Look at that good dog. Okay, so that was Jay Stiegel. Let's go to Representative Stearman. Okay, Wendy Stearman. So Wendy Stearman. Well, that's a lot of the same picture of her. There we go. Let's do that. Boom. Okay, so Oklahoma Representative Wendy Stearman is in the house. In the house. Let's do this. Let's give her a call. Luckily, it was funny is all these numbers are like almost exactly the same. Prefix and such are all the same. No. Stop. And it was recommended to me that this was the absolute best way to try and get in touch with people. So the very first person, unfortunately, thank you so much, Dan Hetfield. I do appreciate it. It looks like some sort of shepherd. Yeah, probably possibly Aussie. I get that. So yes, I am phoning live. So here we go. This is for Oklahoma House of Representative Wendy Stearman. Yes, hi. My name is J.L. Warren. I'm a constituent calling from Bartlesville. Is Representative Stearman available?
She is not, sir. May I take a message?
Yes, I was calling with a concern about HB 2973. I was hoping to discuss that with her. Is there a better time to call?
She'll be back in her office tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
Yes, sir.
All right, terrific. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir.
Take care. Okay, 2 down. I like that her assistant answered. That was I would appreciate that. All right. So I can't guarantee that we're going to have any success in trying to talk to anybody, but we never know if we're going to try. So the next one up is Crosswhite, Denise Crosswhite Hader. Oh, that's not a good sign. Representative Denise Crosswhite Hader. And let's bring her up. There we go for the state of Oklahoma. Denise Crosswhite Hader. Let's give that one a shot. So we're on number 3 now. Just see, that's why I wanted to wait till like 3 o'clock, because at least it's after lunch. You know, it's like if they go like 1 or 2 like this, but yeah. Oh, wrote it in last name. I did overlook it, or I did look over the recording laws here in Texas or here in Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a one-party consent state, so I checked those with the Oklahoma Recording Security Act, and that was in 19. I think we looked at the date on the last live stream, but yes, it's a one-party consent state. So this is for, let me make sure I get her name right. This is for Denise Crosswhite Hader. No dog pick, don't trust her. The second best mob, the bill is House Bill 2973. Hey, Jefferson Spatchcock, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here, bud. So yes, House Bill 2973, the bill that essentially protects conversion therapies from being banned in the state of Oklahoma. All right. And this is for Denise Crosswhite Hader.
Representative Crosswhite Hader's office, this is Marlene.
Hi, Marlene. My name is J.L. Warren. I'm a constituent calling from Bartlesville. Is Representative Crosswhite Hader in?
No, she's in a meeting, but if you're in Bartlesville, you have a different representative, and I can help you locate that if you like.
Oh, that would be fantastic. I may have that number. I'm basically going down the list of just anybody call in regards to House Bill 2973.
Is that the conversion therapy one?
Yes, ma'am.
But there's a lot of calls, and if I can patch you through to your representative, I'm happy to do that as well.
What's that individual's name, just to make sure?
Let me pull up the website and
Thank
I
you so
will
much.
look up your address. Okay, what's your street address?
Okay, 1 second.
Seven four zero zero three. Your representative to be Representative Jed Strom.
You said Jed Strong?
Jed, J-U-D-D, Strom, S-T-R-O-M.
S-T-R-O-M. Fantastic. I actually, are you able to patch me through, or I can call him because I have his number?
Okay, do you have the 557-7402?
Yes, I do. Thank you so much.
Okay, I can try to transfer you, and if we get lost, then you can give them a call, okay?
That'd be great. Thank you. This thing isn't monetized.
Representative Strom's office, this is Alicia.
Yes, hi. My name is J.L. Warren. I'm a constituent calling from Bartlesville. And I was wondering if Representative Strom is available. It's concerning House in regards to House Bill 2973.
And what's it about?
Essentially, just wanted to see what his position was on that, and if there's any information, because there's a lot of information regarding the harm, the potential long-lasting harm that could do in the community. From
what is it about?
Oh, just essentially, I would hope that he would be voting against that he would work.
When you say that, what is that?
Oh, the House Bill 2973 is the conversion therapy bill.
Okay. Hold on one moment. Let me see if he's available.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Hey, we're getting someone. Oh, we're back in Oklahoma again. It's hold music, so there's not much that I can do. And I don't monetize my live streams anyway because I curse so much, so. My wife absolutely hates this musical. She really does. She hates it. She grew up in Oklahoma, so this is like, she's done this one.
Let me transfer you, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yep.
We may actually get to talk to Representative Strom. Representative Strom, it's a pleasure to speak with you. My name is J.L. Warren, and I'm calling from Bartlesville. Thank you for taking the time. I was really curious, just kind of like your position regarding House Bill 2973, and essentially hoping that you would be voting against that, given the.
Hold on. There's 1,400 bills. Which one is that?
Oh, House Bill 2973. That is the specifically. Let me bring that up because I have it right here. That is the. Where's the official name on that? It's the conversion therapy bill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've actually got it here on my desk. He came in here and tried to talk about it the other day, but very honest, I'm not really for anything that talks about separating the state of Oklahoma from the United States. It's not
We did have in our conversation that it's not making people do it or anything like that. It's saying that people can't go talk to their preacher if they want to or something like that. So, that's all I know about it so far. I haven't made it down. I don't know if it made it out of committee yet or has it, do you know?
That I don't know. I just know, but after reading through it, essentially the language would protect such therapies. Aside from aversion therapy, which is arguably the worst version of conversion therapy, but essentially would protect any version of any other version of conversion therapy from ever being outlawed. So essentially, is a protection for conversion therapy going forward, and that seems, just given the statistical data and all the models coming out internationally and nationally, that this would be extremely harmful.
Okay, how does it do that?
So essentially, okay, if you just looking at the data that we have compiled from the American Health Association, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the Interfaith Alliance Foundation, and the Pan American Health Organization, which is a subsection of the WHO, is that the conversion therapy in any form can increase suicide rates upwards. I mean, it was 2019, the Trevor Project found that 42% of individuals who underwent conversion therapies of any kind attempted suicide. These rates would skyrocket.
Hold on, I'm trying to search for it here, but I don't have one that goes to that. I can't link to it. Hold on a second.
No problem.
Let's see here. Counseling, Parental and Family Rights Act and Counseling Protection, preemption field of legislation related to sexual orientation change efforts and gender dysphoria resolution efforts nullifying. They can't nullify any federal rules, so that's unconstitutional. Statute or executive order relating to sexual orientation change. Let me see, definition of terms. Federal statute, that's not constitutional. Counseling includes a religious advisor, that's not functionable. Religious advisor means any pastor, preacher, minister, rabbi, imam, or other ecclesiastical dignitary. Well, hell, I'm a minister. That means I could be a counselor. That's nice. Denomination is to do ordain, authorize, change efforts, gender dysphoria, relation efforts, means any counseling, psychotherapy, more definitions. Is there even an action in this bill? A bunch of stuff.
The language was kind of wild, and there seems to be a bit of vagary in there. So that's why I kind of like took it upon I know a lot of us are calling about this, just because the way it could be, or the way it could be applied seems to be very dangerous if it just kind of like goes on through.
Neither the state nor any political subdivision thereof shall restrict the rights of the parent or legal guardian from obtaining counseling, including sexual orientation change efforts and gender dysphoria resolution efforts for patients or clients who are their children and who experience unwanted same-sex attraction behaviors, identity, sexual or gender identity expressions, or unwanted gender dysphoria. No part of the parental and family rights and counseling protection identity justification by parents, legal guardians, mental health providers, or religious advisors. And I don't think this is legal.
That's what our take was as well.
Counseling for their children for whatever they want constitutionally.
That's true. Yep.
On the other hand, religious advisor, a minister is not a counselor and can't be considered a counselor because a counselor technically under religious terms has a degree, and I'm a minister and I swear I could mess someone up real bad if I tried to be a counselor.
It is refreshing. It's refreshing to hear you say that.
That's a federal bill, so that's reigns supreme. To eliminate or reduce sexual or romantic attractions or feelings toward individuals of the same sex, or to reduce or eliminate gender dysphoria. kill your kids or not get your kids vaccinated or whatever. That's one of the strongest things in the whole law is a parent's responsibility for their children. On the other hand, I don't think that you can call a minister a counselor, and I don't think that you can nullify the Family and Parental Rights and Counseling Protection Act, because that's federal, and that reigns supreme under the Supremacy Clause of the Constitution of the United States of America.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't think I'm for your deal. Or that deal.
That's fantastic to hear. This has been great going through this with you and everything. I am curious about, and I'll let you go because I know you're busy. Would you ever consider the possibility of if a bill came through that could just outright ban conversion therapy based upon the data that we have, like the psychological data, the psychological reports, all of the data that's come across that said how demonstrably harmful it can be. Just that there is therapy available, but conversion therapy in and of itself is pseudoscience. It's based on pseudoscience and is just harmful to the general public.
I'm not a fan of outright banning anything, because people should have the right to do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's I just as a blanket deal. I mean, if they want to do that, that's the other thing too. Is one of the hardest things we go up against in this building is parents have every right until their child is 18 to raise them as they see fit.
Understood.
And it doesn't matter on what subject it is, whether it's I want my kid to major in math or be a veterinarian or not go to public schools or not get vaccinated or do get vaccinated. I mean, that deal is parental rights are one of the strongest things that we uphold and hold up. On the other hand, as far as to be a ban, it'd have to be for adults, and then again, it's like I wouldn't tell an adult that they couldn't go talk to. It's like this deal with the counselor. If you want to go talk to someone, free association. That's a constitutional right as well.
True.
So now, do I support the whole deal? Not really, especially when you get into the aversion of the shocking people and neuro whatever and what they call when they drove the spike in people's forehead. Damn it, know what they call that?
Or
you're to do to people that were kind of crazy.
Yeah, lobotomizing, like doing
Lobotomy,
yeah.
Lobotomy, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, but I think that the name itself has been taken up by both sides as, to say we think this is bad, we think this is good, but it's just a title on a whole bunch of stuff that, if someone wants to go see a counselor to go talk about their feelings, I'm not going to stop them.
Absolutely.
If someone wants to go talk to their preachers about something, I'm not going to stop them. I mean, that's the deal. Now, as far as holding someone down and forcing them to do whatever, there again, I think that's already protected against. That's kidnapping or holding someone against their will or whatever.
Understood, because it could be handled on a case-by-case legal basis.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, and what people want and whatever else, but I know he came in here trying to sell this deal the other day. I mean, the first thing I looked down and just saw was the federal government shall not. Well, the state of Oklahoma can't do that. They reign supreme over the state. So I was like, well, it's a nullification, kill them out. But I hadn't really looked good until that deal, but I don't know where the line is as far as calling it as minister, priest, preacher, whatever. I don't know that those are technically truly counselors as much as I think that in the state of Oklahoma to be a counselor you have to have a undergraduate degree and a master's degree with so many things in clinical studies and whatever else. So
understood.
I don't know where that's going to go. But
well, go ahead.
No, as I was going to say, I don't know. As far as from here on out, banning it out, I mean, you ban the title, but someone will just come up with different words and give it a different name for what they want to do or those people want to do or whatever.
Understood.
But
yeah, well, as
this deal, I think he's one of those people that, looking at the author, he's one of those people that love to take that home as a Southern Baptist minister and say, look what I did for you. I saved all the kids from the gays or whatever, something like that, I'm sure.
Gotcha. Do you think it might be just? Do you think it's possibly just pretty much grandstanding for the base?
Maybe, probably.
Because there was always the possibility of that, but then you never know. It's kind of like like what happened in Texas, how that abortion bill just kind of slipped through like that, and Now they're in their precarious state. So we just want to make sure, because I recently moved here from Texas, and so I'm just kind of like, I love it here, and I love the state. My wife was born and raised here, so just looking forward to just trying to be more of an active member of the community in this respect.
You're in Bartlesville?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I'm the rural rep from there. Wendy and I split it. I love Bartlesville. I've got a picture of it here, and every time people come in my office, they're sitting there like, well, where's that? I'm like, that's Bartlesville. But I don't know how far this will make it. Last year, the year before, we had one that was said that the state couldn't, or that tried to ban it. I think it was Mickey Dollins or someone tried to run one, and that was the deal too. It was like there are people that loved it, people that hated it, but in the end, what it come down to was we can't tell people what they can and can't do like that. If I want to go talk to my preacher or go talk to a counselor or go talk to whatever, that's my right. And then this one comes back and says the state looks like it won't allow anybody to ban doing it. Last year was the other way. It was saying that we couldn't say that they couldn't do it. And this is the thing saying we can't say that they can do it. So, like I say, you got your far right and your far left tossing stuff back and forth. And most people would probably just rather not even look at this kind of stuff and fix the budget and pay teachers better.
Yeah, definitely.
So, this section of law, neither the state nor any political subdivision thereof shall prohibit or restrict any mental health provider or religious advisor. Oh, man.
And see, that's what's scary about that. Just given what this, like you mentioned, it was an excellent analogy that you brought up about, like we don't perform lobotomies, like ice pick lobotomies and the like, just because that therapy doesn't work. And, there's better ways to do that. And so this one also, like this brand of particular therapy, and other states around the nation, they're slowly, embracing, just getting rid of it just outright because it's so dangerous. It drives up suicide rates. Canada recently banned it outright just because of how harmful it is. Other countries around the world are taking place because the WHO has reported on this. So we figured it's like, we see this like one little thing here in Oklahoma, and we don't want it to slip through just because it opens up just a world of hurt. I myself am a member of the LGBTQ community, and I myself struggled with things in the past. I never underwent conversion therapy myself, but I lost friends who had that forced upon them, and it's terrifying. So I just would hope that we could definitely stand against that. Maybe in the future we could be like, look, this is an outdated therapy, it's pseudoscientific, and we cannot allow it. So this particular brand of, it's not even therapy, it's literally brainwashing in the like the for the lack of a better term. So like aversion therapy, like immersion, it's just scary, gross stuff. And it essentially rewires the brain against the person's like identity, like who they are. And so with negative reinforcement, it's just really, really bad. So hopefully we can stand against that once the data is more widely available and people start reading these reports. They can say like, this is like old school stuff. We need to throw this out like we did like other things, like, ice baths and stuff like that.
Now what about in here, non-medical psychosocial communication by mental health, religious advisors? I guess this doesn't say the person is seeking to. This says that the psychiatric service can. If they're seeking to reduce or eliminate unwanted same-sex attraction.
And that seems a little troublesome too, just unwanted, like unwanted by who? Because the parents don't want that's odd.
Or gender dysphoria, if they don't want to be, they could go get counseling from their minister. That sounds really dangerous and dark and background. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not for the deal.
God, that's fantastic to hear. I do appreciate it. I know you're busy. I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me about this. This has been really, really amazing. Thank you.
You bet. Call anytime, man.
Thank you, sir. You have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Bye-bye. Well, that was productive. That was really, really awesome. That was Judd Strong. So I apologize. It happened so quickly. I didn't get the opportunity to get him up there. But that is Judd Strong, who I was just speaking with regarding HB 2973. He was open. He listened, and yes, Maximal, I am by. So, but yeah, that was really, really fantastic. That was a great experience. That was so cool. That was a lot of fun. And talk directly to him. I got to appreciate Crosswhite Haters office for putting me over there, and he took my call. So that was great. And he saw it for the unconstitutionality of it. He sees like this is right there at the end. This is dark and dangerous stuff. So yeah, so our local guy is not going to be supporting this bill. I am so happy to hear that. And I'm glad I was able to seem like I gave him some information regarding conversion therapy and how dangerous it is. This is, I pictured him balder and Mexican Bob. Thank you so much, OG Goblin. I do appreciate it. But yeah, this is how we do it. This is how you engage, and you call. This is the way the system is supposed to work. You call up your representatives. You say, "I'm a constituent." Here you go. So, and this is how we did. And they're there. They're public servants. So it was fantastic to hear that. That was a great interaction. Oh man, that was a lot of fun. So I think he's on the right page. I think it's looking good. It's looking good. If y'all don't mind, that was it. Since we were going for a minute, I'm actually going to run and use the restroom real quick. I appreciate y'all hanging in there. Your thoughts on this? Let's see. I'm going to go through here and see what's going on. And maybe answer some questions as we go through this. I saw there were some conversations going on there, but yeah, Ugly German Jews. There was some good stuff there. There's some good feedback. He was looking at it. I was like, I only looked at the top, but let me, and he walked through the bill with me, which was great. Like, looked through, was like, wait, well, that doesn't make any sense. It's like, so yeah, that is fantastic. So we're going to take a look at that. Give me 2 minutes. I am going to run to the restroom real quick because I've really got to go because, I've got my power juice. And I don't know if someone wants to look and see if the song Oklahoma from the musical, if that would get, I don't know if that would get me copyright or anything like that, but I typically don't monetize my my live streams anyway because I curse so much. I'm so fucking salty on these things that no advertiser wants to be attached to it anyway. That's why I allow my created content to be the monetized stuff, and then whatever support I get during the live chat, that makes it worth it. So I don't have to monetize that, and we can be as salty as we want. So definitely. All right. So I will be right back. Give me 2 seconds, and I am going to hit the little atheist room. So be 2 seconds. I love that music. I absolutely love that intermission music. It is just nice and cool, especially after like the energetic, coming in. It's like now it's nice and calm. Oh, so that was fun. That was fun. So let me see here real quick. I apologize. I was muted there for a moment. So let me see here. Let me jump here. Let me not ban anything that's outright without examining it. Okay, so we had that was a fantastic discussion. That was really great. So I'm looking forward to more conversations in the future if need be. So let me pump through here. Jail lip sync battle. So I tried to mute my microphone. I did. I tried to mute it, and so that because they needed my personal information, and I hope I muted it. If not, I don't think anybody's going to drive all the way out here in the middle of friggin' nowhere. But hey, I'll deal with it as it comes. I won't do it on purpose, but this is life. It happens. And kind of numb to pretty much everything right now, so I'm not even going to sweat it. So I saw. Let me see here. Just call me. Obviously, it's lots of confidence with calling. I can barely order food via the phone. Stick to just eat. Stick to just eat. Less people to talk to. Yeah, I get this sometimes. It just just takes practice. But I totally get that. There was a point in time when I didn't like it. My wife doesn't like talking to people on the phone either. So it's just anxiety. But thank you so much, Jefferson Spatchcock. I did see you pop in. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see. Yes, HB 2973, Matthew, essentially protecting child torture. It absolutely is. So let me see. What a nice lady who answered the phone. She was nice, yes. And Mexican Bob, we can lip read. So everybody can lip read, can stalk jail. This is true. If you can lip read, you can stalk me now. Everyone's going to try and call jail despite being in the chat. That's hilarious. Rodent knows him. I don't know if the song Oklahoma is copywritten. I mean, I don't know. It's an old musical, so I don't know. But if it is, then like I said, I'm not monetizing the stream. I'm not gaining anything off of it. So I'm not terribly worried about it. If anything, I can always just mute the sound in there. Y'all were live for this. Y'all heard me talking to him, so that was good. I wanted to try and get through to somebody. I was a little concerned there that we were going to get nothing but nothing but freaking static, or nothing but from answering machines or answering services. It was kind of a bummer. So let me see. Second most popular. I'm so sorry. I'm English. Is conversion therapy conversation therapy? The church gay thing? Yes, it's conversion therapy to convert people to essentially use forms of negative reinforcement to essentially stop a person from being gay. And it doesn't work. It's pseudoscientific. It's BS. It just literally comes down to screwing with a person's mind, trying to force their brain to rewire essentially against who they are, against who they are genetically, who they're wired to be. And it just doesn't work. It's harmful. It's dangerous. It suicide rates skyrocket for individuals who have been through it. It's just absolutely rough. So basically, you're not in Kansas anymore. Very true. Let me see. It's pray the gay away approach combined with an interrogative attack therapy. Yeah, it's absolutely terrible. Yes, Johnny, I did ring about a little over 15 minutes ago. I was trying to test the phone, make sure everything worked out, people could hear me. But don't worry about it. I got it handled. You rang. So, Robert Caslow joined. Good to see you, Robert Caslow. Thanks so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Ugly German True says it's the torture methods to convince LGBT persons to stop being who they are. That is why I'm so strongly against it. So it's absolutely brutal. It just goes anti-gay psychotherapy. You got it. That's pretty much it. And and it's just thank bollocks thank fuck that we don't have that shit in England. I don't think y'all do. So wasn't trying to troll. I wanted to get a legitimate answer, which was good. It was a great one. Sounds like he's getting ready to run. Let me see. Let me see. Go through here. Thank you, Facty. I do appreciate that. Ugly German Truth says aversion therapy means any counselor by a mental health provider that exposes or asks a patient or client to undergo physical pain, such as electroshock or electroconvulsive therapy, ECT, touch therapy, pornography exposure, vomit induction therapy, in order to change sexual behaviors or gender identity expressions, or to eliminate or reduce sexual or romantic attractions or feelings towards individuals of the same sex. It's freaking gross. It's really bad. It's really bad. And this was fantastic. That was a good dude to talk to. That was really, really productive. So I'm glad that we got that. Actually, Aaron Reese, not that much. There wasn't that much stupid. I actually got two answering. I left one message. I got an answering service. I got two answering services, and then I got transferred to the person who represents this district and had a very productive conversation with him. That was fantastic. So let me see. Who is the guy jail was talking to? The guy said the Oklahoma bill seemed to be the right of Ken Copeland. No, that was Judd Strom. Judd Strom was the guy I spoke with, and I'm not 100% sure just any of like a lot of his background, but that is the representative, and we had a great conversation. He will not be supporting HB 2973. He will not see it for it. He automatically within the first like 10 seconds of reading, he was like, yeah, that's unconstitutional. Like, that's not going to fly. I was like, fantastic. Then he gets it. Alpha K91 says, I was in a residential program as a teen run by religious extremists, and I can tell you trying to combine religion and psychology is the most unholy of unions. Gotcha. Absolutely. I don't think he said he was pro-allowing murder. I don't think he was doing that. From that, I don't think that's what he was. I'm not sure. So I didn't want to branch off into something, so I didn't go like that. Let me see here. Goosebump 801 says, Psychology in Seattle, who's a YouTuber, therapist, and psychology professor, did an excellent series reacting to the Paris Hilton documentary, including her time in a similar camp regarding orientation. Not regarding orientation, no. Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, it's really, really gross. And yeah, he was talking about lobotomy. It's got to go down that this is essentially a pseudoscientific, ineffective BS therapy that should not be run in the state. And I think that Oklahoma should be an example and basically set that tone. Just like that. Like, no, we don't allow dunking in ice baths. We don't allow ice pick lobotomies anymore. So it doesn't work. So we're not going to do it anymore. Outdated medical procedures, outdated therapies, we don't use them. They're outdated because they don't work, because we know better. We understand the science better. We understand this better. We need to outlaw this crap. He wasn't a bad guy. He was not a bad guy at all. I really enjoyed talking to him. And Nimrod says, well, that guy isn't the worst politician I've ever heard. He sounds very balanced, knowledgeable. He's a good dude. And he knows his stuff. Of course, I'm glad that he got elected in office because he knows his stuff. And it was a pleasure to talk to him. Oh, now they're talking about soaking. So the Mormon thing. Robert Kessler says, what the fuck is up with soaking? So essentially inserting but not thrusting. So just letting your wee-wee soak in her hoo-ha and just soak. That's pretty much it, just sitting there. And that's pretty much all it is. And then there's jump soaking, which is in the guy gets on top and then he inserts, but he doesn't thrust. He just sits it there. And then someone else jumps on the bed or jumps the bed up and down to get the motion. So I guess orgasm by proxy. Like I said, people will find any way to do it. Human beings, we are obsessed with sex. We are obsessed with sex. It is who we are. And it doesn't matter what kind of restrictions you put on it, human beings are going to find a way to do it. They're going to find a way to justify putting tab A into slot B. That's the way it's going to work. It's the way it's always going to work. And anytime actions have been tried to put, or any kind of legislation or anything is tried to bar that, it's just like telling a kid, don't touch that. They're going to touch it anyway. So it's just what it is. Yes, Robert, this is Robert Kaslow. This is a state issue for Oklahoma. It absolutely is. Let me see. Ooh, somebody just sent me a message. He says, sorry, bud, it's a Rogers and Hammerstein renewed copyright, but knock yourself out later, Oklahoma. Let me see. Renewed copyright. Division Rogers Hammerstein. Oh, let me see. Oh, yeah. So, maybe I'll probably have to mute it. I've gotten some copyright deals in the past where I just basically have to mute the music, but I don't monetize it anyway, so I'm not looking for anything. So if they do, it just won't be eligible for advertising. So I don't think it'll get hit. And then again, I don't think all of it was you could really hear all of it. So I don't know. I'm gonna let the cards fall where they may regarding that. But thank you, Colin, for filling me on that. Thank you. I appreciate the info. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting to be to all of a sudden be on hold and be bombarded with Oklahoma. I knew it the minute I heard that oh. Oh yeah, that's the way it goes. Of course, I didn't expect it, but I'm not surprised.
Oh, man, oh, man. Ugly German True says, yes, they suggested a bill for their House of Representatives that would not just forever forbid any legislature in Oklahoma to prohibit these kinds of therapies. They also wrote into it that they could null and void any federal law outlawing it. And that just doesn't work. Yeah, I think he understood that this is political grandstanding, but we still have to be vigilant because if political grandstanding is allowed to go through, that becomes problematic. So, hey, Angie, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here, hon. I appreciate it. And yes, Matthew, it was a fantastic discussion. Yeah, it went really, really well. I was really pleased with it. I thought it was very productive. Dang, Mr. Palpadin, I don't want to miss anybody. I was, because you guys always have me so much. 36th District Court, thank you so much. For $5 Freedom Dollars says, we have 2 slots in this house, no tabs. Mwah. Well, yes, yeah. But yeah, whether it's 2, there's 2 tabs, 2 slots, tab in a slot, multiple tabs, 3 or 4, but who knows? All of it's great. All of it's fantastic. That's usually, it is natural and not to be ashamed of. Natural and not to be free, don't be coquettish about it. Oh, pearl clutching. Oh, sex. Oh, goodness, no. Rodella says, tell your hubby that Hugh Jackman got his start in Oklahoma. I know. I'm aware of that. Turtle Moves says, can they copyright strike you when the line was crap? They probably can. I have no idea. There are some videos, some live streams, or not really live streams. There are some videos that we uploaded on the Weekend Horror side that are actually struck, that actually have copyright claims against them. And I don't monetize them. They can never be monetized, but they're still up. So, and Weekend Horror doesn't have anything against it. So it doesn't have any channel strikes against it, so I'm not worried about it. I just can't advertise. I just can't get monetization. But that's not the purpose of Weekend Horror, is not to monetize. I mean, we'd like to get monetized. That would be cool now that we own all the rights to all the music and everything. But we can't. And then, of course, when we do get monetization, we'll probably have to get rid of those, or we'll have to mute the music because it's the intro music we used. So we probably have to mute that in order to monetize the channel, but we're not even 1,000 subscribers, so I'm not even worried about it. So, oh man, pearl clutching is a euphemism, right? In some cases it is. But that's none of my business. Oh, so yeah, that was cool. That was fun. Wow, that actually, that got me kind of fired up. And I am actually in quite a good mood. I really, really am. Oh, bud. So, that was pretty much what I wanted to do. I wanted to give a ring to my state representative, and I talked to him, and I'm glad that it worked out that way, that we had a productive conversation. So that's pretty much it. So, I think the lesson comes from that. It pretty much goes, if you see things coming down the pipe in your state, this is how you do it. This is how you get through. Hey, and a little rage. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Was just playing Friday the 13th. It's a fun game. Absolutely. But yeah, that's what it's about. If you see something coming down, shut it down. Call your representative. Oh, thank you so much. 36th District Court, a new member of the Godless Army. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Enjoy your channel badge, which is the expanding mind meme. The longer you're with me, the more expanded mind you'll get. And of course, all of the brilliant emojis. They're absolutely brilliant that I have made for you. You have access to all of them now, including Darth Dawkins with red duct tape on his mouth, crying Otangelo, angry Eric Santa, all kinds of fun ones, Donut Earth, a bunch of philosophers, even one for Dr. Peel for Matt Powell. And I have another one that I'm going to unlock. It's ready to go. It is the Greg Locke emoji that I made, and in response to his book burning bullshit. So I think if we get 5 more members of the Godless Army, so Greg Locke became an atheist. So yeah. So if we get 5 more members of the Godless Army, that will unlock the next emoji, which is the Greg Locke one that I specially made for you with my little artistic, fingers. So thank you so much, 36th District Court, for becoming a member of the Godless Army. I do appreciate it big time. Thank you. And there's all those cool emojis that you can use. Angie says, word sex, mind sex, talk sex, and know what type of sex you like. We all are human. We need to take down these bricks we wall ourselves behind. Absolutely. Second Best Bob asked, was it okay to have that politician live on YouTube without him knowing? And yes, because Oklahoma is a one-party consent state. So as long as one member of the conversation consents to being recorded, which is me, then it is legal to record the conversation without informing the other individual. Single-party consent state. I checked that out. I actually checked that out live in the Oklahoma Recording Security Act. I think it was 1977 is when that was passed. But yes, single-party consent state. So yeah, you do not have to inform the person if you yourself are a member of that, and if you yourself are a member of that and a member of the conversation, and you condone it. So that's why the police don't have to inform you that you're being recorded there, simply because if they're in a conversation, because they're the police and they consent to it. So my little artistic fingers. Why does that make me think of the Centauri from Babylon 5? Panda friend. I don't know what plot hole means by panda friend. Oh, I think he's speaking to somebody else. Okay, speaking to somebody else. So, but that's pretty much it. So that was pretty much it. So, that was cool. That we accomplished what we wanted to do. We got my district's representative against this bad boy, and boom, this was really, really successful. So, other than that, I think that was pretty much it. That's all I really had. Was I wanted to go through this. I wanted to bring you guys along. I wanted to give you an update as to Jingles and to tell you kind of what happened there, so you understood how we had to come to that decision. And of course, spend some time with y'all, because I missed hanging out with y'all, and I love doing live streams with y'all. It's always fun. I look forward to doing more stuff like this, engaging with the state and bringing people along with that. So, So what's coming up? So I have videos coming up. So as of right now, I am neck deep in putting the finishing touches on a script for an upcoming project, and I've got to get that to Johnny and Eugene ASAP. And I want, me, I'm a perfectionist. I want to make sure it's solid, but there's big news coming along with that. We can't tell you about that just yet, but I'm neck deep in that. I also have videos in the works. I have got a bunch of dudes that I need to respond to, because thanks to Opera GX, thank you for team and informing me about Opera GX. I can now track and keep tabs on every single video that I want to do, and that pin board is filling up fast. It used to be I would just make a mental note of it, and then I would forget about it. But now I can see how many I am. Like, oh shit, I've got to get on these. But I'm focused on the script first. I got to knock the script out and get that done where I want it to be. Then I've got videos coming up. I've got all kinds of stuff. I have got Matt Powell coming up. I have got, let me just go ahead and look this. I've got Matt Powell coming up. I've got more Greg Locke coming up. Eric McTaxis coming up. I've got Pastor Bruce Mejia coming up. All kinds of stuff. Mostly a lot of Christians that don't really understand what atheism is and like to misrepresent it to their congregations. Atheists are this. It's like, no, they're wrong. So thank you so much, Bob Nodell's Gyroscope. I do appreciate that. It is a rough day. It never gets easier. But, the converse is he's not hurting anymore. No pain. He's not sick anymore. No roller coaster health issues. He, and I'm just thankful for that, because the idea of a dog suffering just stirs my guts and just twists my gut right up. So I was not going to allow that to happen. So, but he was a great dog. 9 years he gave us. 9 friggin' years. He was close to 10 years old. So fantastic. A good long life, a good decade for a pureblood German Shepherd that we found off the street. It's pretty wild. Demon Orb, good to see you. Thank you so much. Plot hole, you got it. I'll give you a ring. Let me see what else here. Oh yeah, so that's what I've got coming up here. So a bunch of stuff coming up. Bridge the Divide. Thank you so much for all being there. And then of course over on Weekend Horror, the episodes continue every single week, Wednesday 7 p.m. Central Time. Over on the Weekend Horror YouTube channel, we will continue to do live streams. Please welcome Aaron Reese, who has recently joined us as a new host, as a part of the host rotation. We really appreciate it. The dude is amazing. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Aaron Reese is as a new member of Weekend Horror. So that's fantastic. So all kinds of cool stuff coming up there. And of course, trivia prizes as well. But other than that, yes, a huge giant thank you. You could tell I'm like legit. So huge giant thank you to every single one of you for your thoughts, your condolences, for all the love and support regarding Jingles via social media, via YouTube and Facebook and all over social media. The outpouring of just support was amazing. So thank you all so much for that. I appreciate it. My wife and I appreciate it very, very much. And it's always nice to know when you're not alone. And it's like, just to know people out there are connected with you in that. So we appreciate that so much. And of course, thank you very much to all of the super chatters tonight. I do appreciate it. I don't think I missed anybody. I think I got everyone. Thank you so much for all the super chatters, all that support. That is going to fantastic causes. News on those coming up soon. I promise I will tell you. Oh, I'm dying here. I want to tell you this stuff. Oh, unfortunately, Skooma Cat, unfortunately, we had to make the tough decision to put Jingles down yesterday. Of all days of the year, it was yesterday. But we couldn't do the up and down roller coaster stopgap measure just to keep him alive. It was irresponsible, and we had to make the tough one. So, but unfortunately, yeah, he passed. I put up a picture of him in the community tab, so you can see, just one of his better pictures. But yeah, he was an amazing dog. So yes, thank you to all the super chatters. I appreciate y'all's support. You help me to do this. You help us over at Weekend Horror to make that show. And then of course, thank you to all of the channel members. All of you are amazing. And remember, you too can become a channel member. It's 99 cents a month. That price will never go up. And I don't think I'm going to do anything different. I like the 99 cents a month. It's about how much I value my content. So if you want to, you can support if you want to and are able to. Don't feel pressure to do it. Just if you want to or are able to, you can support there. You get access to all of the emojis and everything. I can't wait to unlock the wonderful Greg Locke emoji for y'all. But just y'all being here, the support I saw via YouTube, via social media, just y'all being in the live chat, dealing with my stress as I was dealing with this. Y'all are fucking amazing. Y'all really, really are. Every single one of you. And I can't. I know I'm usually not lost for words on that, but y'all make it worth it every day. And what can I say? So I wish you all the absolute best. The absolute best. I hope you all had a fantastic Valentine's. I wish you all the best going forward. And of course, I will bring you all along on my journey because y'all are amazing. AJ, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here, bud. Appreciate it. So without further, I guess that's pretty much it. So thank you all so much for being here. Love you all so much. Be safe. Be excellent to each other. And together, we can bridge the divide.